ಹಾಯ್ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ಅವರ್ ಚಾನಲ್. ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ is a defined as a number that can be expressed or written in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers, q 0 ಆಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು. ಅಂದರೆ p by q ಫಾರ್ಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯುವಂಥ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್, ಆದರೆ q 0ಗೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ 1/0 is infinity, undefined, therefore q should not be equal to 0. Rational numbers are represented by capital Q. These are all the example. And the rational number include integers and fractions. Fractions antandre nodidvi, that is a by b form. A andre whole numbers and b will be the natural numbers. Next, equivalent rational number. By multiplying the numerator and denominator of a rational number by the same non-zero integer, we obtain another rational number which is equivalent rational number. Example, the equivalent rational number of minus 2 by 3 is minus 4 by 6. ಇದು ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ನಂಬರಿಂದ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೇಮ್ ನಂಬರಿಂದ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ different. Now if you take this, if you multiply and divide by 2, we'll get this equivalent rational number. Idakke we have to multiply and divide by 5. For this we have to multiply and divide by 3. For this we have to multiply and divide by 12. We'll get the equivalent rational number. Sign negative is those are all the negative rational number. If the sign is plus, those are all the positive rational number. Next, standard form of rational number. A rational number is said to be in the standard form if its denominator is the positive integer. Denominator positive integer agirbeku, and 1 is the only common factor between numerator and denominator. A standard form alliro rational number ge ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ಗೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ 1 ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಕೋಪ್ರೈಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಕೋಪ್ರೈಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ಗೆ HCF 1 ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಅಕ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್. ದ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈನ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ರ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ reducing rational number to standard form. Now we will reduce minus 45 by 30 to the standard form. To reduce that, we will divide numerator and denominator by their HCF. You got 45 and 30 HCF. 45, 30. You have to find HCF. 3, 15, 3, 10, again 5, 3, 5, 2. Therefore HCF is 5, 3, 15. Therefore minus 45 by 15 divided by 30 by 15. 15, 1, 3, 15, 1, 2. Therefore this is minus 3 by 2. This is the standard form of the rational number with the negative sign in the numerator, and the HCF of 3 and 2 is 1. HCF of 45 and 30 is 15. Next, reducing rational number to standard form. Now we have to reduce 36 by minus 24 to the standard form. Denominator negative sign idre, you have to divide the numerator and denominator by minus HCF. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ rational number ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರಬೇಕು. Therefore the HCF of 36 and 24, 2, 12, again by 2, 9, 6, by 3, 3, 2. Therefore HCF is 2, 2, 4, 4, 3 is 12. Therefore we have to divide numerator and denominator by the negative HCF. The HCF is 12 Therefore minus 12 divided by minus 24 divided by minus 12. 12 1, 12 3, 12 1, 12 2. Negative sign numerator denominator ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Therefore this is minus 3 by 2. This is standard form when the negative sign is in the denominator. Next, arranging the rational numbers in ascending order. Ascending order ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ from smallest to greatest. Now to arrange this in ascending order, we'll make the denominator same. Andre we'll convert the given rational numbers into the like rational numbers by making denominator same. Okay. To make a denominator same, we'll take the LCM of the denominator. It is 4, 8, 10. The LCM 2, 4, 5. Again 2, 1, 2, 5, 2, 1, 5, 5, 1, 1. 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8, 5, 40. Therefore the LCM is 40. Now we'll make a denominator same. Minus 9 by 10. We have to multiply and divide by some number that should be equal to denominator LCM 40. 10 into 4 is also 4. 9 4 36 should be equal to 36. Minus 36 by 40. Again 7 by minus 8. We have to multiply and divide by some number that is equal to denominator 40. 8 5 is also 5. This is 35. Standard form nalli denominator negative sign idre when you divide it by minus, you will get in the numerator minus 35 by 40. Again minus 3 by 4. We multiply and divide by some number. Denominator will be equal to LCM 40. 4 into 10 is also 10. Minus 30 by 40. Therefore when you yavaga now denominator same madidvi, the equivalent rational numbers are minus 36 by 40, minus 35 by 40 and minus 30 by 40. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರು ಯಾವುದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಲೆಸರ್ number. More number will be the less value number, that is 30. Therefore when you arrange smallest to greatest, this is the order. Therefore in ascending order, smallest to greatest. Therefore minus 36 by 40 is the lowest number. Therefore minus 9 by 10. Next minus 35 by 40, that is 7 by minus 8 and minus 3 by 4. This is the rational numbers in the ascending order. Next, rational number between two given numbers. ಈ ಎರಡು numbers ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು rational numbers ನ find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. For that again we'll make the denominator same by taking the LCM of the denominator. Denominator the LCM 15 and 25. We'll take 5, 3, 5. Now 5, 3, 15, 15, 5. It is 75. Therefore LCM is 75. Minus 4 by 15, we'll multiply and divide by some number that the denominator will be equal to 75. 5 is 5. Therefore minus 20 by 75. For minus 6 by 25, we'll multiply and divide by some number. Denominator will be equal to 75. 25 3 is 75. 3 minus 18/75. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದಿ lowest number is minus 20, therefore minus 20/75. Then the highest number is minus 18/75. Therefore this is the lesser compared to this number. We can add one number, that is minus 20. After this it is minus 19. Therefore minus 20/75 comma minus 19/75 and minus 18/75. Therefore the rational number between these two rational number is minus 19/75. Next, the rational number between two given numbers. In natural numbers iddaga, how to find the rational number? We will take the mean of those two numbers. Mean find out madodadre, that is average 7 comma 7 plus 8/2 comma 8. Therefore 7 plus 8 is 15/2 comma 8. Therefore this is the rational number between 7 and 8. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇವೆರಡರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ rational number ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ again we will take the average of these two numbers. Next we will see find the three rational numbers between two rational numbers. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ one method is we'll add numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. That is 3/5 comma 3 plus 4/5 plus 7 and 4/7. Therefore 3/7, 7/12 comma 4/7. We have to find three rational numbers. Therefore I will find another between these two. 3 plus 7/5 plus 12 comma 7/12 and 7 plus 4/12 plus 7 and 4/7. 10, it is 10/17, 7/12, 11/19 and 4/7. Again we will find the rational number between these two or these two, any two numbers. Therefore first two, if I take 10/17, then 10 plus 7/17 plus 12, 11/9 and 4/7. Then 7/12, these two 7/12 and these two 4/3. Then this 4, it is 7/12 comma 7/12, then 11/19 and 4/7. For 10/17, 17/29 comma 7/12 and 11/19 comma 4/7. Therefore these are all the three rational numbers between 3/5 and 4/7. Next we will find the five rational numbers between 3/4 and 7/8. For this, the another method is we'll make any one of this lowest denominator, lowest value ಇರುವಂತ rational number denominator ನ another rational number denominator ಗೆ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 8 ಇದೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ 8 ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. This is less than this, therefore we'll make 4 as 8 in the 3/4 rational number. ಅದನ್ನ 8 ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we have to multiply and divide by 2. Therefore 3/4, when you multiply and divide by 2, the denominator will be equal to 8, that is 6 by. Now we have the rational numbers. ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ rational numbers ಯಾವುದಿದೆ 6 by 8 and 7 by 8. Now how many rational numbers we have to find? 5. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 5 rational numbers we have to add 1, that is 6. For example, if you want to find 6 rational numbers, 6 ಗೆ ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, that will be 7. ಈಗ 5 ನ rational numbers ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ 5 plus 1 is 6. ಈ 6 ನಂಬರ್ ನ ಈ ಎರಡು ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. therefore 6 by 8 multiply and divide by 6, that is 36 by 48. Again 7 by 8, if you multiply and divide by 6, 7 6 42 by 48. Therefore the rational number 36 by 48 is the lowest, highest is 42 by 48. Therefore denominator same irodrinda 36 to 48 you will get the 5 numbers. Therefore we will add plus 1 with 5 number. 37 by 48, 38 by 48, 39 by 48 and 40 by 48. Another one 41 by 48 and 42 by 48. Therefore these are all the 5 rational numbers between 3 by 4 and 7 by 8. Next we will see the operations on rational number. First operation is addition. Now when the denominator is same, we will just add or subtract the numerator. Therefore this value is minus 7 plus 5 by 8, that is equal to minus 7 plus 5 is, if the signs are different we will take the sign of the bigger value number, that is minus 2 by 8. Idu standard form alli baridare lowest form 1 by 4. Therefore this is equal to minus 1 by 4. Now when the denominator are different, that is minus 7 by 5 plus of minus 2 by 3. Therefore plus into minus is, it is minus 7 by 5 minus 2 by 3. Now we will take the LCM of denominator. LCM of denominator is 5 3 15. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ತರದ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಲ್ಲದಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ therefore just we will multiply the number 5 3 15. Next minus 7 you will multiply with some number into 5, that gives 15, that is 3 minus 2 into, we will multiply some number with 3 will gives 15, therefore 5. Therefore minus 21 minus 10 by 15. This is ಎರಡು ನಂಬರ್ದು ಸೈನ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸೇಮ್ ಸೈನ್ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. therefore minus 31 by 15. Next we will see the additive inverse. Additive inverse ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನಂಬರ್ನ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದರದ್ದು ಸಮ್ 0 ಬರಬೇಕು. therefore which is the number if you add to this rational number we will get the 0, that is plus 7 by 5 we will get 0. therefore the additive inverse of minus 7 by 5 is plus 7 by 5. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ if you take another rational number 2 by 3, the additive inverse of this one is minus 2 by 3. ಇದೆರಡದು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ 0 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. therefore this additive inverse is minus 2 by 3. Now we'll add these two with one mixed fraction 2 by 3, 7 1 7, 7 plus 5 is 12 minus 12 by 7. Denominator LCM is 21. Now 2 you have to multiply with some number with 3, 21, that is 7, minus 12 will multiply with some number with 7, that is 21, 3. Therefore 14 minus 36 by 21. For this is 2 and 2 with the bigger number sign, minus 22 by 21. Next operation is subtraction. Subtraction antandre will add with the other number with minus sign. A minus b is equal to a plus of minus b. Therefore this 5 by 7 minus of minus 3 by 8. This is equal to 5 by 7 minus into minus is plus 3 by 8. Therefore we'll take the LCM of denominator. 7 8 is 56. Now 5 into 8 56 plus 3 into 7 into 8 is 56. 5 into 8 is 40 plus 21 by 56. 40 plus 21 is 61 by 56. Next we'll see the multiplication. Minus 3 by 5 multiplied by 2. ಇಲ್ಲಿ denominator ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 1. We'll multiply numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. Therefore minus 6 by 5. Next multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ minus 3 by 5 ಗೆ you will multiply some another rational number. The resultant equivalent should be equal to 1. Therefore ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ multiply ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? That will multiply by minus 5 by 3. That minus 5 by 3 is the multiplicative inverse of minus 3 by 7. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ 1 by 2, the multiplicative inverse of 1 by 2 is 2. Therefore the answer will be 1. Next division. 4 by 3, 4 by 9 divided by minus 5 by 7. Divide madagidu, that is the multiplication with this reciprocal. Division is the reciprocal of the denominator. By multiplying the reciprocal of the denominator, this is equal to 4 by 9 into minus 7 by 5. 4 minus 7 for 28, 28 by 45. Next we'll see the properties of numbers. First property is closure property. Closure property ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ all numbers, integers, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಎರಡು ನಂಬರ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಸೇಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. We have to do all these 4 basic operations. Now we'll see the closure property for all numbers. All numbers ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the numbers starting from 0, 1, 2, 3. Now I will take the two numbers 0 and 2. These are all the two whole numbers. First we'll do the addition. Now 0 plus 2 will give 2. And the addition of two whole numbers will give another whole number. Therefore these whole numbers will satisfy the closure property under addition. Next we will see the subtraction. Now I will take two whole numbers as 2 and 3. When you subtract these two whole numbers, that is 2 minus 3, that is equal to minus 1. When you subtract the two whole numbers, ನಮಗೆ ಮತ್ತೇನೆ whole numbers ಬರಲ್ಲ, ನಮಗೇನು ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, integers ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. Therefore the closure property for whole numbers under subtraction is not valid. Next we will see the multiplication. For multiplication I will take two numbers 2 and 3. When you multiply these two whole numbers, ನಮಗೆ ಮತ್ತೇನೆ whole numbers ಬರುತ್ತೆ. When you multiply two whole numbers, if you are getting the another whole number, then that closure property under multiplication for whole numbers is valid. Next we'll see the division. Under division, 2, 3. 2 is divided by 3. This will be the rational number. When you divide two whole numbers, that will give rational number. Therefore, the closure property under division for whole numbers is not valid. Therefore, only addition and multiplication are closed under whole numbers. Next, we'll see for integers. First, addition. Addition we'll take two numbers. One is 2 and another one is -4. When you add these two, plus of -4, that is 2 minus 4, that is -2. When you add two integers, we'll get another integer. Therefore, this is the addition under closure property for integers is valid. Next, we'll see for subtraction. Okay, 2 minus 4. 2 minus of -4, that is 2 plus 4, that is 6. Now this will get another integer. Plus 6 is also an integer. Therefore, closure property for integer under subtraction is valid. Now we'll take the multiplication. Again, -2 and 3. Therefore, -2 into 3 is -6. This is also integer. Therefore, multiplication is valid. When you multiply two integers, we'll get another integers. And integer na multiply ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ integer ಬಂದ್ರೆ multiplication for closure property for integers is valid. Next, division. Now we'll take two integers, -2 and -5. -2 by -5 minus, that is 2 by 5. Okay. Idರಲ್ಲಿ, when you take two integers, when you divide, we are getting the rational number. Therefore, under division, integers are not closed. We'll get the rational number. Next, we'll see the rational number. We'll check the basic operations for these two rational number. First, addition. -3 by 8 plus 5 by 6. To add these two, we'll take the LCM of 8 and 6. 2, 4, 3. 2, 4, 8. 8, 3 is 24. The LCM is 24. -3 will multiply with 8, we'll get 24. That is 8, 3, 24 plus 5. We'll multiply some number with 6, we'll get that is 24. 6, 4 is 24. Therefore, -9 plus 20 by 24. This is equal to -20 plus -9 plus 20 is plus 11 by 24. When you add two rational number, we are getting another rational number. Therefore, under addition, it is closed. Next, we'll check for the subtraction. -3 by 8 minus 5 by 6. Same, the LCM is 24. -3 into 8 into 3, 24, minus 5 into 6, 4. That is -9 minus 20 by 24. -9 minus 20 is -29 by 24. This is also valid under subtraction. Now we'll see the multiplication. This is under subtraction. Now under multiplication, -3 by 8 is multiplied by 5 by 6. This is -3, 5, 15 by 8 into 6 is 48. Multiplication is also valid under multiplication. When you multiply two rational numbers, we'll get another rational number. Next, under division, minus 3 by 8 is divided by 5 by 6. 5 by 6 is the multiplication of the denominator, the reciprocal, that is 6 by 5, that is equal to minus 18 by 40. This also will give some other rational numbers, but when you 0 is also belongs to the rational number. When you divide some number 3 by 8 divided by 0, it is infinity, it is undefined. Therefore, under division, rational number is not valid. Now, this is the closure properties of whole numbers. Under subtraction and division, it is not valid. Now, for integers, addition, subtraction and multiplication is valid, but the division is not valid. Now, for rational numbers, all our addition, subtraction, multiplication is valid, except the division is not valid. Next is commutative property. Now, what is commutative property? Under the four basic operation, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, we'll check for whole numbers whether the commutative law is valid under all the basic operations for whole numbers. ಈಗ addition ಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ I will take two whole numbers, I will take A as 0 and B as 3. That is 0 plus 3 will be equal to 3 plus 0. That is 3 equals 3. Therefore, the whole numbers, the commutative property for whole numbers under addition is valid. Now we will check for subtraction. I will take A as 2 and B as 3. Therefore, 2 minus 3 is equal to 3 minus 2. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. Therefore, the subtraction, commutative property under subtraction for whole numbers is not valid. Next, multiplication. I will take minus 1 as A and B as 2. Minus 1 and this whole numbers, these are all whole numbers, we should not take integers. Therefore, whole numbers Next is commutative property. Now we'll check the commutative property for the whole numbers under the four basic operation: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Now we will take two whole numbers, A as 0 and B as 3. Therefore, 0 plus 3 equals 3 plus 0. 3 equals 3. Therefore, under addition, the commutative property is valid for whole numbers. Next, we'll check the subtraction. I will take A as 2 and B as 3. 2 minus 3 is equal to 3 minus 2. Therefore, 2 minus 3 is minus 1 and 3 minus 2 is 1. Therefore, this LHS and RHS are not equal. Therefore, under subtraction for whole numbers, the commutative property is not valid. Next, for multiplication, I will take 2 as A and 1 as B. Therefore, 2 into 1 is equal to 1 into 2. That is 2 equals to LHS equals RHS. Therefore, for multiplication under whole numbers is valid for commutative property. Now for division, I will take whole numbers 2 as A and 5 as B. 2 divided by 5, which is not equal to 5 divided by 2. Therefore, under division, the commutative property is not valid for whole numbers. Next, we will see for integers commutative property. Now I will take integer minus 1 as A and 3 as B. Therefore minus 1 plus 3 is equal to, B is 3, A is minus 1. Minus 1 plus 3 is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. LHS equals RHS. Therefore, addition is valid for integers for commutative property. Now again I will take A as here minus 5 and B as minus 3. Minus 5 minus of minus 3 equals B is minus 3 minus of minus 5. Minus 5 plus 3 minus 3 plus 5. Therefore this is minus 2, which is not equal to plus 2. Therefore under subtraction, commutative property is not valid for integers. Next we will see for multiplication. Minus 1, 2 as A and B. Minus 1 into 2 is equal to 2 into minus 1. This is minus 2 and minus 2. Therefore multiplication is valid for integers for commutative property. Next we will see minus 1 and 2 as B. Therefore minus 1 by 2 is equal to 2 divided by minus 1. Therefore minus 1 by 2, which is not equal to minus 2. Therefore under division, commutative property is not valid for integers. Similarly for rational numbers, only addition is valid, subtraction is not valid, multiplication is valid. This is not valid commutative property for rational numbers, and this is valid, and also the division is not valid. Therefore together for commutative property, for whole numbers subtraction and division is not valid, for integers same, and for rational numbers also subtraction and division is not valid. Next we will see the associative property. Associative property under addition is for whole numbers. I will take A as 0, B as 1, C as 2. Therefore 0 plus of 1 plus 2 is equal to 0 plus 1 plus 2. Therefore 0 plus 3, that is 1 plus 2. Therefore 3 equals 3. Therefore associative property for whole numbers under addition is valid. Similarly for subtraction, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2 as A, B, C. 0 minus of 1 minus 2, then 0 minus 1 minus 2. Therefore minus of minus 1 minus 1 minus 2. This is 1 and minus 3, which is not equal. Therefore subtraction is not valid for associative property and for whole numbers. Next multiplication, I will take the same numbers as A, B, C. 0, since multiplication we will take 0 into anything is 0, that is also valid, but we will take different numbers. 1, 2, 3. 1 into 2 into 3 is equal to 1 into 2 into 3. Therefore 1 into, first we have to remove the brackets, that is 6, 2 into 3. Therefore 6 equals 6. Therefore multiplication is valid. Now when you come to division, 1 divided by 2 divided by 3 equals 1 divided by 2 divided by 3. Therefore 1 divided by 2 by 3 equals 1 by 2 divided by 3. Then agate 3 by 2. Then this is equal to, when you take this to 1 by 6. Therefore division is not valid for whole numbers. Okay. Next we are getting some and it is also not equal, and we are getting rational number. We should get the whole numbers. Next integers. For integers, we will take a as -1, 2 and -3. -1 plus of 2 minus 3, -1 plus 2 minus 3, -1 plus of -1 is equal to 1 minus 3. Plus into minus is minus, -1 minus 1 equals -2. Therefore, -2 equals -2. Therefore, for integer, addition is valid. Next, subtraction. Take 1, 2, minus 3, 1 minus of 2 plus 3, minus into minus plus. This is 1 minus 2, minus into minus plus 3. Therefore, 1 minus 5 minus 1 plus 3. This is minus 4 and plus 2, which is not equal. Associative property is not valid under subtraction. Next, multiplication. 1, 2, minus 3. 1 into 2 into minus 3 equals 1 into 2 into minus 3. This is 1 into minus 6. This is 2 into minus 3. Therefore, minus 6 equals minus 6. Therefore, multiplication is valid for integers. Now, when you take division, 1 divided by 2 by minus 3. When you take ABC as 1, 2 and minus 3, this is equal to 1 divided by 2 divided by minus 3. This is minus 3 by 2. And we are getting the rational numbers. We should get integers. Namage rational numbers barta ide. Therefore, this is not valid and this is not equal to minus 1 by 6. Next, we'll see the rational numbers. When you see the rational numbers, for associative property, addition is valid, subtraction is not valid, and here also this is valid and this is not valid. I have taken 3 rational numbers for all the operations, and this is the answer. Only addition and multiplication is valid under associative property for rational numbers. Therefore, together the associative property for whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. Next, the properties on numbers, that is fourth property, this additive property. Additive property antandre, you have to, if minus a by b is the additive inverse of a by b. Antandre, if you consider some number 1 by 3, idukke you have to add some number, that answer should be equal to 0. Therefore, 0 is the additive for addition, that is minus 1 by 3. If 1 by 3 is a by b, minus of a by b will be the minus of 1 by 3 will be the additive inverse of 1 by 3, because the resultant should be equal to 0. 0 is the identity for addition. Similarly, multiplicative inverse. 1 is the identity for multiplication, and when you, if a by b into b by a is equal to 1, then b by a is the multiplicative inverse of a by b. 2 by 3, if I multiply with some number, that should be equal to the multiplicative identity, that is 1, that is 3 by 2. Therefore, 3 by 2 is the multiplicative inverse of 2 by 3. Next, distributive property. For this distributive property, I will take whole numbers, a as 1, b as 2 and c as 3. Therefore, when you check the first property, 1 into 2 plus 3, that will be equal to 1 into 2 plus 1 into 3. Therefore, 2 plus 3, that is equal to 6. Now, when you check the other property, that is 1 into 2 minus 3, that will be equal to 1 into 2 minus 1 into 3, that is 2 minus 3, that is minus 1. When you check these two property, in this we are getting again the whole numbers, ಇಲ್ಲಿ integers ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, therefore this is property is not valid for whole numbers. Like this you can check the distributive property for the other numbers. Okay, this too. Thank you. In the next video we will see the squares and square roots. Thank you.